now.
Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 509. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only, the man in pink. Here's Two Fresh Crash. Crash, hello.
Hi.
I saw you the other day, Crash, but I missed you ever since.
You know, when you said I saw you the other day, my mom was like, you are in America. You didn't see me.
We literally did a video talking about this too. Like,
I know. Look,
how are you?
As good as I was the other day.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, well, that ends that. And of course, the one and only Mr. Paul Despawn is here. Hello, Despawn.
I'd say it's more of a burgundy than a pink that he's wearing.
It's not really pink. I didn't want to say anything, but it's not.
What? That t-shirt's definitely pink.
It's definitely more of a burgundy.
You might want to check your your monitor settings.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I like my set how they are. Let me know in the comments below if you think Crash's t-shirt's pink or burgundy. Anyways, it's been a big week for video games. I was about to say not so big week for Xbox, but I'll be honest, we'll get to it. If you don't know, this is My Xbox and Me, our weekly Xbox podcast, right here on youtube.com/My Xbox and Me currently, but you can find us everywhere at MXAM Official. If you want to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/MCFixer, you can search MXAM. It should pop up, but you will see I'm still working on getting the custom URL. We should sort that out this weekend, Despawn. Before we do our live stream, let's talk about the custom URL, me and you, okay?
On it.
We'll do it. Boys, topic of the show this week, a little system got announced and it kind of shook the entire industry for many, many reasons, but we're going to talk a little bit about the Switch 2. And the question I have for you guys is, are the Switch 2 games too expensive? That's the main thing I want to talk about. If you want to hear our thoughts on the Switch 2, the system itself, go check out our video on the channel. It is currently up. But the main topic I think that is currently dominating the gaming world, whether it be on TikTok or any other platform, is currently about the price of Switch 2 games. If you don't know, Switch 2 games are going to cost $80 in America. And that's kind of the price in what we're going to be talking about on this week's episode. Eldozo writes in and says, with us starting to move into the realms of $80 and $90 games, I am wondering what the panel's thoughts are on the following. It's been jokes, but what do you think the possibility is of GTA launching at £100, which would be about 120 US, I believe, something along those lines, Crash. And would you still buy it at that price? How much more value? Okay, how much more value proposition does Game Pass become this current price? Let's start with the Switch 2 game pricing. Do you think Nintendo has set themselves up to fail with this process?
For me, I'm going to say no, because it doesn't seem like it's a universal pricing. It is very much so. Mario Kart costs this much. Donkey Kong's cheaper than this, right? So I think your Mario Karts will be this price, whatever the next mainline Mario game is, the next Mario Odyssey or whatever they call it. That'll be this price. The next Zelda game will be this price. But I think some of the lesser known, like your Kirby's, your Donkey Kongs, not lesser known, but less popular.
Lesser known. Like, I'm not, don't get me wrong, they're still characters, but they're not Mario and Zelda. And
I think those games will be on the cheaper front. So I don't think they've necessarily like shot themselves in the foot with this necessarily. But it's definitely a pretty hefty bag they're asking people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the PR front from this, because even like the die-hard Nintendo fanboys are like, oh, $80? Are we really doing that? And like, the more people are like diving into what they're seeing from the game and things like that, they're like, I'm not sure about this one, Nintendo. I'm not sure about this one. Like,
they're putting a very big lens on it and asking questions that they wouldn't otherwise. Like, if this game came out and it was like $70, even people would be like, it's great. I don't care about anything. It's cool. Now people are asking like, oh, well, how does the co-op work? How does all this other stuff work? In more of like, not just curiosity, but like, is it worth the price that I'm paying sort of situation?
It feels like they're doing their due diligence of like, you were like, not that like $60 or $70 isn't a lot of money, but like, we've got to a point where like, we're kind of comfortable with I don't know what the right word is, testing the waters for a $70 game, right? Like, we're like, hey, I'm used to that. I don't love it, but here you go. Here's my money. Oh, it wasn't that good. All right, no big deal. Now you're trying to fork over 80. It's a bit like, I'm not too sure about this one. Like, let me watch this trailer at 0.5, microscoping, looking at every detail. That's how it feels to me, at least. A lot of the internet's been like that. Despawn, how are you feeling since the dust has settled now on $80 Switch 2 games?
Not comfortable. It's not a great price to start with, and I think the big issue is, and because they didn't put it in the presentation, I think they did it for a reason. Because look what's happening. All we're talking about right now is an $80 price tag on a video game. We're not talking about the brand new system. We're not talking about all of the bells and whistles that's coming with. We are talking about the fact that we are going to have to pay $80 for a Mario Kart.
Yeah,
it's when you asked at the beginning, did they shoot themselves in the foot with it? Kind of, yeah, because this is what's happened. Like, is it when it comes to the time when we can all buy one readily? Are we all going to fork over the $80 or whatever it is regionally and buy the games and play it? Probably. Are we going to do it through gritted teeth? Yeah, I'm not going to be happy about it. No, you're just gonna put it on a business account. It's fine. It's fine. You take enough pictures and put it on Instagram. It's it's a business expense, right?
It's a business expense. It's a business expense.
But no,
I'm the only one in that position.
I mean, I need to speak to my accountant. But no, it's very much a case. It is taken over the conversation right now. 2 days removed from the launch of everything we saw, and the only thing people are really talking about is the pricing.
And to bring Eldozo's question back into it, because that's kind of why I wanted to talk about this topic, is has it set a dangerous precedent? That is what I'm worried about the most right now, right? Obviously, I feel like we all felt like GTA 6 was not going to be $70. I feel like we didn't think that, at least I never thought that base game was going to be $70, but there is now there is no way on earth that game is $70 now, because Nintendo have put the gauntlet down and gone, we believe that Mario is worth 80. So what is to you? Here's the question to you, Crash, to you specifically. What is a GTA 6 worth, and what would you be willing to pay for it?
Ooh. I think the most I'd go to is 80. I think over 80 is way too much. And even 80, I'd be a little I don't really want to spend this, but maybe I will because it's GTA, but I don't really want to spend this much on it.
Interesting. Despawn, where is your comfortability at with GTA and how much it will cost?
I mean, I'm my first thought is the number that jumped into my head is the hard out would be 100.
Yeah,
but I would not be happy about it. But I know that is going to be a generational game. It's the next GTA. It's what when you put system seller in the dictionary, that's what's going to be next to it. It's a picture of GTA. It's you're paying for what you get, but But I think the problem is we're comparing apples to oranges here. GTA is not Mario Kart. Mario Kart is not GTA.
No, but I guess it is to Nintendo. I think that's the one thing that I think it's not apples to oranges, because I believe, look at Mario Kart as a system seller. So you just said what game's a system seller? Mario Kart is a system seller for Nintendo. You're not going to get it anywhere else. Mario is their biggest mascot. He's their biggest flagship titles of any game. Mario Kart, Mario 64, Mario Odyssey, etc., etc. So to them, this is their this is their GTA spin-off title, right? Because Mario Kart, where Mario Odyssey, the next Mario Odyssey. If this was Mario Odyssey, I don't think people would be as upset about it, if I'm honest. But it's because they're Kart, and this, it's an interesting one. But to go back to the question, £100 is where I think. Do you know what it is? I think companies like EA and 2K have done such a great job of preparing me for paying over £100 for a game with ultimate editions of NBA 2K or with EAFC Ultimate Edition. That those were always costing me 120, I think, something like that, with the extra currencies and the Ultimate Team packs and things like that. So to me, it's not out of the realm of like, oh, GTA is going to cost $100, £100, and then with a shark card for online going to cost me 120. I don't see it and have a knee-jerk reaction. I'm not saying that's right. I'm not saying that's okay, but I do think that's that 101 marketing from 2K and EA where they finally have worn down my brain oh no, I'm comfortable with that. And then a whole different side of it is I've made so much money off of GTA in my career that giving Rockstar £200 wouldn't bother, £200 wouldn't bother me because of the amount that I've made off of my career because of that game.
I mean, just to quickly put it out there, we are all going to give them $200 because we are 100% double dipping for the PC version.
Yes, I believe.
All right, 2 out of 3 of us are. Yeah, 2 out of 3 of us are.
Me and you are. I think the thing is with Crash is Crash will. I think Crash hates GTA 5 shooting so much that he's gone in his head. It's going to be the exact same shooting in GTA 5.
I don't think it's going to change.
But he hates it so much.
You're right about that.
He's like, 100%. This shooting is going to be so crap in GTA 6. It doesn't matter how pretty, how immersive, how good this game is. The shooting is going to be crap. And let me tell you, it could be. But Crash already has written off this game in terms of his shooting.
100%.
I know you.
You are not wrong about that at all. In my mind, it's like, it's going to be great. The immersion's going to be great. I don't need a double dip in it because the combat, like the actual moment-to-moment gameplay of shooting isn't going to be fun. If that ends up being not being the case and they've improved the shooting and all that stuff, a reasonable amount for me, I could see myself double dipping. I just wouldn't.
I can see you double dipping anyway. Yeah. I think it depends. It depends on how good the online is. How is it a case of right now we've not had a game come out and all of us have been on it. Like, didn't happen with Monster Hunter. It hasn't happened with the Danks being back out. There hasn't been a game where it's like, yo, you just want to get on and do a mission. Do you want to get on and do a mission? If GTA is that game, I think it'll be a different story because you won't want to miss out when it's me and D-Spawn and Matt in a Discord and you're like, I know that you don't really get FOMO because I do get that, but I do think like, come on, Chris, we're about to go do our first heist.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I'll jump on. All right. Yeah, so it's one of those ones. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't. Marketing has done such a good job as of lately, where I saw $80 and it wasn't that scary to me. And maybe that's because I have adult money now and I'm not the same kid I'm not thinking about anything else. Usually I'll come at it from a point of view of like, what about kids and what about this and what about that? Right now I'm just thinking about me and am I getting a Switch 2 day one? Yes. Where other people, both of you two on the panel, have both said, probably not day one, not sure. Maybe it'll get me in if the marketing is the way it is, when the FOMO kicks in. But for me, I'm like, yes, it's £430 or whatever it is. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm ready. No problem.
I had this exact conversation at work today in a meeting. We were talking about the Switch. I was like, who's getting it on day one? I was like, I'm not. I'm waiting till next year when the games that I want to play are out and I care about it, unless I get that pre-order email.
Yeah.
I think then maybe we'll see. No, not yet.
Eastwell? No, not yet. Okay.
No.
I think for me, it's...
I'm just double checking.
If I don't play it straight away, I don't play it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel about this.
Yeah, if I don't get it on day one, I'm not playing Mario Kart. I won't be playing the updated versions of Zelda and...
Pokemon. Any of it.
Yeah. Actually, I might buy it when Pokemon's available. Like, cause did they put a date on Pokemon? I don't think they did they?
Yes. Pokemon's got a date, hasn't it? I think so. I think it has. I don't remember it, but I think it has. You have to have a look.
I'll find out. I'm fine.
But last question from Eldozo on this topic was how much value proposition does Game Pass become at this price? I have such a begrudge right now with Game Pass as a whole, and Xbox and the way they're moving is really annoying me at the moment, Crash. And we're going to talk about the game. I'll talk about it now. Oh, we're going to talk about the game in a little bit when it comes to review scores. But like the same thing happened to me again with South of Midnight, where I was like, okay, yes, I am ready. Can't wait to play South of Midnight. I've been looking forward to Compulsion's game's new game for a long, long time. Loved all of the marketing so forth for South of Midnight. Can't wait to log on my Game Pass and play it. Oh, wait. Early access. Why are we... They did it with fucking... and see, I'm swearing because I'm annoyed. They did it with...
Avowed.
It frustrated me. They've done it again with South of Midnight. I don't like it, and it just does my head in. You can't keep upping the price for Game Pass and then doing this as well. It is so annoying to me. I really hate it. This whole early access, pay £10 more and you can have it now. And then we had Dan Only in chat talking about how he always does it to support the devs and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, the devs ain't seeing that money. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I hate it. I hate it. And it literally ruins my hype for these games. Every time. Every single time. Because I can't play South of Midnight now till Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pay the extra.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying extra to play this game 2 days early. I'm not doing that. And I understand it works. There's so many people out there that are seeing other people play it, and I'm usually one of those people that are getting the game for free, and I'm playing it early, so other people are then influenced to buy it. I get it. It's so frustrating for me. So frustrating. So I understand my privilege. I need to check it at the door, but so annoying.
They got me with Starfield with that. I think after Starfield, I'll probably never do it. Maybe if for Gears of War, I'd probably do it, but outside of that, I don't think.
Fable, Gears of War.
Yeah.
They're going to do it for both of them, and it's going to annoy the hell out of me.
They're going to do it for every single game they ever release.
Oh, yeah.
Which the thing I will say about Starfield is you get the deluxe edition, and that came with the first DLC, right? So that was at least I'm getting something other than the early access. With Avowed, and I don't know how it is by South of Midnight, my issue is that you're just getting the early access, basically.
Just early access for both.
Yeah.
It's not enough, man. It's not enough, and I'm really frustrated. Really frustrated. But it is what it is. Those are thank you for the questions. I do appreciate you. Boys, let's jump into what's been in our box this week. Crash, we'll start with you. What have you been playing?
I played the first Berserker Kazan. That came out finally. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm loving it as much as I love the demo. I had to replay the demo bit. My save didn't carry over. It was supposed to. I was a little bummed out at first, and then I started playing, and I'm like, I don't really mind. It's a lot of fun. I'm very much so enjoying that. A lot of the stuff I said way back when I talked about it, when you get into boss fights, depending on how much damage you do, they'll give you a rewarded amount of souls. The souls spawn before the boss, so you can use that all to level up. You get skill points during the boss fight as well for you just using weapons, blockings, attacking, and all that stuff. So it just feels like you're constantly progressing and not hitting a wall, even when you keep running into a boss room to try the boss again. I like the skill system they have. A lot of this, it feels like a much more fluid Souls-like game where they want you to be a lot more active as opposed to other Souls games. It's very, very fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'll probably have more to say next week when I get a bit deeper past where I was from the demo. I've also played what is probably my very last game of Smite 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
The developers have done a whole bunch of stuff. They fired a good portion of their team.
Okay.
And recently there was a change in Smite 2 when they launched it where they made, I don't think it was right at launch, but I do think it was something they added afterwards. I don't remember the exact timeline for it. Blink, which is a item that lets you dash forward. So you can have stationary characters who don't have dashes in their kits. You could use that and dash. And they made it so it could be used in combat. Before it could only be used out of combat. They reverted that change. And they're saying they're just trying to test it out. And that just to me speaks, they don't really know what they're doing with this game. And it's kind of in a not great spot that just kind of made me lose most faith I have in Smite 2 going forward, where I'm like, I don't think I have it in me anymore to try with that game at this point, that I'm just time to let it go and just move past Smite.
Are you okay? It's a safe space.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's got Genshin.
Okay. I'm okay. Yeah. No, I'm done with Genshin too. That's done.
Oh, wow. Oh.
I haven't played Genshin in forever. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
You've got...
Go on.
You've got us. I'm sorry.
Can I tell you about a little video game? You may have heard of it. It's called Schedule 1.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't put this game down. It's only on PC, not currently on Xbox. I'm sure it will make its way to Xbox eventually. It is pretty much a mixture between South Park and Breaking Bad. I had a little meltdown on stream the other day.
Oh no.
From playing it. It frustrated me. So I'm about 15 hours into my playthrough at the moment. Ultimately, the whole game is you're building up, yourself. You're building up your rep. You're building up your levels. You're building up your weed strains and things like that, right? And my latest goal was I wanted a strain to be over $100. The problem is my strain's over $100 now, but I had to make maybe 50 different strains to get there. The problem is with the strains is the way you sort through them is goddamn awful. And honestly, it kind of wiped all my motivation to want to play the game at all.
Oh dear.
Like literally, because the way it works, right, is so you have you get your basic seeds, and then you end up leveling up your mixer and stuff like that, and you mix these seeds together, and then it'll make. So you got let's call it, you got a grape seed, and you mix it with a Red Bull, and it gives you a Mary Jane, right? Then you're going to mix the Mary Jane with a donut, and it gives you a Trisha Hirschberg. Don't know why I said her name, but that's what came to mind. And then you're going to mix a Trisha with a Spider-Man, and then the Spider-Man is the next one. And so the value is either going up and down, and you're sort of tracking that. The issue is, I haven't got to a point in the game, and maybe there is a point where I'll be able to just plant that seed. So to get those seeds, I have to mix it every single time, which isn't fun. The learning the recipe is fine, but then you have to reverse engineer it of okay, so I need to now figure out, but to do that, you have to then flavor it in the right order. And it's awful. It's an awful, awful, awful system that just isn't fun. And I think it's the only thing where I'm I see why this game would be more fun with co-op.
Yeah.
Because then it's not just you haven't just got me having to stand here. Literally, my stream the other day was me doing 3 hours of mixing seeds. Couldn't sell weed, couldn't level up, couldn't do anything else because I couldn't focus on it all at once. Just sell weed. And it's weird, and it sounds like I'm complaining a lot for a game that I really enjoy, because I do really enjoy it. But there's some things that I would change in it a lot, which I'm hoping as I progress further and further and further on, I will be able to, because I know you can hire staff. I know you can, so maybe I can put someone on that just to mix seeds, and then they're doing that. I don't know. I haven't got to that far ahead yet. But I hit a point in the game where I was like, this is annoying.
Yeah.
But
so
overall, the game's really fun.
Yeah, so I've been playing it as well. I've not put as much time as you into it, but I've looked into some of the kind of unlocks that you can get in there, it shows in game and stuff, and there is a lot of automation later on down the line. So I assume that some of that will start coming through when you start building out warehouses of weed depositories, as it was. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it as well. I'm enjoying the mixing part of it. I enjoy trying to figure out which bit comes with it. I do understand your frustration of once you've figured out a really good one, you've then got to keep going through the motions to get to that. You can't automate that.
Well, I've got a seed, right, at $126. But to get to that seed, I need to do 7 different mixtures.
Yeah.
So to make 20, I'll go through 20 seeds, 20 baggies. My dealer's dropping that in a night.
Yeah.
So but to do that is a long process.
Which I think is where
I need to get to the automated stuff.
Because then you can automate one worker doing the first one, one worker doing the second one. Yeah. And I know that the mixing tables do automated mixing, so you don't have to keep picking things up and down and dropping them in.
Yeah.
So yeah. It is also early access.
I did, that there are a few things. It just sorting. They need to have a sort. They need to have a search feature for the weed strains, and they have to have a sort feature. They need to sort by higher value, sort by strain, sort. They have to. Those are little details in this game that are frustrating me to a point of me not wanting to carry on playing. But that being said, it's a lot of fun, Chris. You're going to enjoy it tomorrow, I promise.
Oh yeah, we're stream tomorrow. Whenever you guys should see it today. If you're watching it on the day the podcast comes out, we are doing a stream for this tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be putting this out tonight. Yeah.
Podcast releases today, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. As of Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot, but I'll have more to talk about it next week.
We're starting a fresh run on this stream, right? Just to see what it's like as co-op from day one.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how long we play for.
Yeah, me too. Because like you could put hours into this.
I'm interested to see because I lose 5 hours of stream easy. I'm just like, wow, that went past. I'm interested to see how quick we get with 3 of us playing, and I'm interested to see if it captivates Crash or not.
Yeah.
Is that your litmus test? The litmus test for this game right now?
No, I like it either way, but I'm interested to see if you will love it or like it as much as I do.
To be fair, I do like sort of these simulation games sometimes. I think the co-op aspect will be nice. I think I will like it. I think you'll have me here for a little bit.
You're a hard man to please, Crash. You're a hard man to please lately. Decent. Anything else you've been playing?
Schedule 1 as well. More Shadows. I'm about, I want to say, 3/4 of the way through the main task list of enemies to kill.
Okay. You might be further than me now.
Yeah. I am also, like, whenever I unlock a new circle, I also go out of my way to kill all of those as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do that, so yeah.
Yeah, no. I think, if we're talking levels, I think I'm like level 32 or something.
Okay, yeah.
33.
I'm 40. I'm the high 40s.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just kind of mid-30s at the moment.
I know you haven't played that.
I have had zero motivation to play that game.
Damn. Okay.
Crash. You need to stop playing other games before you finish a game. You have
that
to
is
stop.
not the problem with Shadows.
Okay, what's the problem?
I do not want to play Shadows itself. It's not me playing other games. No, because the more I sat down and played it, and don't like the combat. The combat's a very like grating thing for me, where it's not enjoyable for me.
Huh?
Yeah, I think that's my biggest thing. Is like whenever I get in combat, I'm like, I don't want to play this game. I don't want to interact with the combat.
Wait, what don't you like about the combat?
I said it before. It feels weightless. It feels very weightless to me.
I get that.
You playing on normal?
I forget what difficulty. Maybe I try bumping up the difficulty and seeing if it tickles my fancy more. Let me try that.
From what you're saying, like when you say weightless, it's like the hits just don't feel like they're having an impact and stuff like that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't think that's going to change on difficulty level. I think I
I
know where you're coming from, but it's not a major issue for me.
Which is fair. Yeah. I completely understand that. But for me, it's like I'm interacting with the game and I feel like my hits, they're doing damage. Clearly, I see the bar going down. I see I'm killing people. I feel like I should be enjoying it more than I am. And there's just no reaction in the game for me to enjoy it more, I guess.
I get you.
The way we play games is just so different. That's kind of the thing I love about games, but like, it just blows my mind. Like, it blows my mind that it's like, to me, it's a 9. Like, straight up, it's a 9. Yeah. I love it. I'm enjoying. For you to be like, not even compelled to like get through the story, not compelled to play it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, and I did say to you, I wasn't sure if you would love it or not. I wasn't sure because stealth is there.
Yeah, no, which is the stealth is there, and I enjoy the stealth changes they've done and everything. It really is the combat of when I get in combat and I get caught, where I'm like, I want to engage in this combat, and then I try and do it, and it's like it's not super fun. So I run away, I hide again, and then I go back to sneaking, and it's just that loop becomes unfun for me. Where I don't mind getting caught and then just murdering a whole group of people because, like, hey, I'm an assassin, I can do this. This is what I do. It just feels like that of the game is unsatisfactory to me. Which, to be fair,
have you?
No, I have not yet.
All right.
You have to get to Yasuke.
You know what?
You have to get to Yasuke.
I'll put more time this week, and I'll get up to Yasuke and see if that changes. I'll also maybe up the difficulty, and maybe that'll do it as well.
I don't think the difficulty is going to help you with the combat feel.
All that's going to do really is get you caught more.
Then I'm not
like enemies look up and things like that now in the higher difficulties and stuff, which is
got it. Yeah. I will say about the combat, like weightlessness, it's something that's always been in Assassin's Creed. I feel like since Assassin's Creed 1. So that's not something that's brand new.
No,
I think just more my taste in games has changed to the point of where like that's not what I'm looking for anymore in them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mad. All right, let's get into some news this week, shall we? This week's dashboard. First story is all about South of Midnight. Like I said earlier, it's a weird one because, like I said, it's not a big week for Xbox. Kind of is. They've just released the first party game. I just don't feel like the chatter is out there again for this game. Less noise than Atomfall, in my opinion. And maybe for good reason. So right now, South of Midnight is sitting at a 78 on Metacritic. I just checked the score. It is down to 77 right now. Again, I've not played it. Crash hasn't played it. Despawn hasn't played it. So no one on the panel has played it. I did reach out for codes from Xbox. Unfortunately, didn't hit anything back. But IGN gave it an 8. Pure Xbox gave it a 9. It's around the 7s is what I'm seeing. 7s to 8s right now from reviewers. That doesn't mean it'll be that for us. From what I've seen online, it's going to be a game. It's Marmite. Either you really enjoy this game for the artistry and the storytelling and the music and the world building and all of that good stuff. What I'm hearing is exactly what Matt said in his preview, which was the gameplay just isn't there. Which is a shame because I really was hoping Compulsion were going to be able to pull off some really good combat with this game. Again, haven't played it for myself yet. We'll hold reserve judgment until next week when I get to play it. So next week's podcast. But I think this whole early access thing is what's killing the hype around these games as well, by the way.
Yeah.
It's no longer a moment. It's like a moment and then, okay, now we have to wait for another moment. Like, is the money they're making on these upgrades really worth losing that buzz?
Yeah, I think it worked with Starfield, and that was kind of problem is Starfield is the mainline Bethesda game that's going to sell. You're going to get people to want to do it. And then since then, it hasn't really... I think it kind of worked for Avowed as well. People were interested in that enough where you did hear a little bit of a buzz. But then this comes out and it's like, I haven't heard... I had to go online when I was doing the show notes and I saw that reviews for this were out. And then I was like, oh, it has early access out. Oh, I haven't heard anything about it before that, which is not super great for the game. But again, maybe that changes and people start talking about it once it's out of early access.
I don't think that's going to happen. From what I've seen of the reviews and what I've watched, I think, as Lee said, like Matt's preview kind of nailed it. The story's great, the music's great, the atmosphere of the game is great, but the game part of it isn't, which is a shame. Because, like you said, I was hoping this was going to be the one that, put the stamp on Compulsion, but it just seems like, it's a very middling platformer with basic combat, with a good story to tell. But unfortunately, that story is not going to be good enough to carry it through. Like, I'll still be jumping day 1, not day -5. So I'll be jumping out on Tuesday, I think. Like, I assume that we will not be recording the podcast on Tuesday next week because we will all be wanting to jump in this first so we can talk about it.
So. Yeah.
So expect our actual thoughts on this next week.
100%. It's man, I'm just looking back on doing like a year in review for Xbox. It's going to be so interesting. This for 2025, because I'm like, we've had big marquee titles from first party studios, and then they just haven't landed in the way.
I really think Xbox's like highlights as far as like you're looking at it in Gamepass and stuff like that are going to be the third party gets like Clear Obscura and stuff like that. I don't think with Fable pushing out of this year, what do they really have coming out? The next Forza maybe. Forza Sue one comes out this year, which
we'll find out.
Who knows?
Not E3, right?
I did. Apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently Silksong, which is due out this year, apparently as far as that 3-second view we got in the Switch trailer, is apparently being published by Xbox.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew it was Hollow Knight Silksong
conference originally.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be in Game Pass because they announced it was going to be in Game Pass this year, but I didn't know it was actually being published by them. I might be wrong on that, so you'd have to double check. But like, would you class that as a second party at that point?
Yeah, second party. Yeah.
I mean, it's going multi-platform, obviously, but yeah.
everything they do is multi-platform for video.
No,
it's published by
at this
Team
point.
Cherry.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I heard wrong then. Maybe it's just the marketing then.
Yeah.
It's just a weird. I just think Xbox have just been so weird again. Like, Avowed should have been a bigger moment. I'm not saying it didn't do well. It got 8. It's a very good game from what I played. The little that I played of it, I say played like 5 to 8 hours. Again, it's weird. Like, I'm not compelled to go back and finish it, but I'm going to for the sake of obviously the podcast and things of that nature. But yeah, it's a strange one for me. And then like this is coming out that I was super hyped for. I've been talking about South of Midnight before we knew it was South of Midnight, right? And Compulsion, can't wait for Compulsion. And now we're here, and I'm like, this whole early access thing's got me deflated, and like, I don't know. I don't think this plays well. Like, if this wasn't our jobs, I don't think any of us would play South of Midnight because it would be a case of like, reviews have come out, and it's like, oh, 7s. Cool, let's jump in and play it. Oh no, we have to wait 5 days or pay extra. And then those days are so important of like, oh, I'll move on. Chris has just told me the first Berserker's out. I really want to play that. Maybe I'll play that instead. My mind's gone. There's no longer South of Midnight even in my brain. Yeah. Like, that's kind of where I've gotten to with Xbox games, it feels like.
Yeah, I will say for me also, like, if I were outside of having the only reason I get Game Pass sometimes is because of this podcast to play games for the podcast. Outside of that, the early access would be a reason why I don't get Game Pass certain months. Where it's like, I want to play South of Midnight, I could have played it early, whatever, but then something else comes out around when South of Midnight would release, and it's like, I don't have that early access, I don't need Game Pass because I'm not going to be playing it that month. I'm going to prioritize that other game, and I could have had that earlier, or whatever the case is. So I do think that early access has a detrimental value, at least for me. I can't speak for everybody who gets Game Pass in that aspect.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Like, does the hype fall off for any of you guys when it comes to these early access games? Or do you view it the same way as like a content creator getting it early and you not being able to play it until release day? I'd really love to know how people are feeling about early access and Xbox and the way they're doing it. Next up, though, we've got the Xbox branded handheld. It's sort of been teased by ASUS. I don't know if you guys saw the tweet that went out from them. It was like, and very much flirting with Xbox sort of thing, like, oops, look what we've done. I was gonna say Xbox
brought out the side-eye monkey again.
Yeah,
which was nice. Exactly. I did see that.
Yeah. We excited? ASUS, are they the right partner, do you think, for Xbox and their handheld system?
I mean, they're one of the bigger names in in the industry.
Yeah, but they've got the Rogue Ally as the thing, right?
Yeah.
So after the Rogue Ally, that got a lot of hype, right? As being better than the Steam Deck from some people, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but it is also a lot more expensive.
That makes me excited for it then.
Yeah.
That makes me like teaming up with the right person, it seems like. But I'm not enough in the space to like really know like, oh, this is a good thing or whatever it may be.
From what I've held and what I've played, because I played with the Rogue Ally at EGX last year. And I got to play with the expensive one and the cheaper one. They feel so much better than the Steam Deck. Like, it fits better in your hands. Light up the white one, which is the cheaper one. Feels the weight of it is so much better. It just seems interesting to me that they're gonna be. Are they not alienating their own machine at that point, though? Or do we think this is going to be significantly very similar, just Xbox branded?
Well, that's the question. Is it? Because the rumors are obviously there's going to be a unique operating system for the Xbox handheld.
Sure.
So is it alienating if it's going to be basically aimed at 2 different markets? I say two. There's going to be obviously
different markets.
There's going to be a lot of crossover, but like it's very like one is very Xbox centric, the other one is PC handheld.
But it's a handheld.
Yeah.
But it's like when you're looking at, because the Xbox One, theoretically, based off like the stuff we've heard about, like Xbox Intention, you'll be able to play your Steam games and stuff like that on whatever the Xbox One is. So it is like, it is more Xbox centric, but it's double dipping. There is a possibility that ASUS maybe goes the route of this is our handheld in the future with whatever deal they've worked with Xbox, and you don't get a ASUS, whatever their other handheld's called, upgrade, and they really fully invest in this. And maybe Microsoft's like, hey, you guys handle the hardware, making it whatever, take a small cut off top or whatever the case is for it being Xbox branded or however they come up with their deal. What we really want is our software to sell on the system. I could see something like that working out where it doesn't bite them in the ass. I don't want to say ass. I don't know why.
Say booty. There you go.
I didn't want to bite them in the booty.
The booty.
So a situation like that could.
When did we become a PG stream? A PG
we didn't, bro. I don't know why that process. Like I don't know why I was thinking like I don't want to say that word.
God
I
knows.
mean, I'm looking at this like of all the partners they could have had, ASUS is not a bad one to go with, right?
No.
Like who else could it have been? I'm trying to think who else was out there for choice.
Yeah.
I guess you could have had LG. LG could have come into play out of nowhere. Like they partnered with the TVs. They could have. I don't know. They haven't got anything, but like could have been.
Yeah.
I guess it's
I don't
the
know.
chip though, right? That's the big part. It's the chips and things like that that are hard. MSI, Gigabyte,
Alienware, maybe.
Yeah.
Push.
I'm saying ASUS, ASUS, not Acer, just so people are fully aware.
Yeah.
But yeah, good. I'm looking forward to it. I will pick one up day one, more than likely. If it does the things that I want it to do, I will get it day one to have it. So yeah. Next story. Bethesda Software QA union authorizes strike as negotiations with Microsoft continue. Despawn.
Hello.
Talk to me.
I'll read this from Windows Central quickly. ZeniMax Workers United, the union representing hundreds of ZeniMax Media quality assurance testers on Bethesda games, voted to authorize a strike as negotiations with Microsoft continue. 94% of the union authorized the strike. So basically, this is, from what I've read into it, which is not a lot, I'll say, but apparently they're trying to get protections for basically skirting around union workers and offloading work to like non-union staff or third parties. Obviously, the usual protections around layoffs and the just job protection and things like that. So it looks like very much like. Yeah, they're just those stories, like those talks are in continuation, but it does obviously you don't call a strike if it's going well. So True. It looks like Yeah.
Microsoft did also put out a statement, and from their statement, it very much seems like, we're giving them some work at home days. It's a 3-day hybrid, based off what we normally do, increased benefits and all that sort of stuff. The thing that they don't mention specifically is the skirting around unions. So that would seem like that's the big hooking point in the negotiation so far.
Mm-hmm. Do what you got to do, Bethesda workers. Do what you got to do to protect yourself. I'm in full support of it. Next up, last story. Ubisoft and Tencent are forming a new company that will control its most successful franchises, such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. Kind of a little bit of old news by this point, but still thought it was important to talk about, which was Ubisoft and Tencent have announced a new dedicated subsidiary that will focus on building game ecosystems designed to become truly evergreen and multi-platform. This includes Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and the Rainbow Six brands. Quote, quote, as we accelerate the company's transformation, this is a fundamental step in changing Ubisoft's operating model that will enable us to both align and be agile and ambitious, Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said. Boys, how are we feeling about this deal? Obviously, big money coming in from Tencent. I believe it was 1 billion, if I'm not wrong, coming into Ubisoft. Ubisoft still have a controlling majority on this. I believe Tencent are now in for 25%, if I'm not mistaken. But with obviously a lot more money being put into Ubisoft. So yeah, obviously interesting one. Just so we're very clear from my position now, I am currently out of contract with Ubisoft, so I don't need to tell you that I work for Ubisoft anymore, because currently I do not. But I am a shareholder. Despawn, shares have plummeted, my friend. Plummeted. What? I bought stock at the worst time ever. Mm-hmm. You know when I said to you it was up?
Yeah.
If I was just sold then, and then just bought now, I'd be a god at this all of this. I'd be a god. Honestly, worst time. I'm very tempted to sell and just cut my losses. But apparently you're meant to just hold them by the dip. That's what I'm being told. The index telling me by the dip. I don't know what that means, but
so you're doubling up. You're gonna buy twice as much as what you have right now.
Yeah, no. I don't think so. But onto this, how we feeling? How are you feeling about this new Ubisoft subsidiary company?
I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. Like, I don't know how I don't really have a stake in this, other than I'm like, as long as they're protecting those big major brands. But they have got a lot of other brands that they're not like taking into this. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. So we're talking about the Raymans, the Divisions, things like that. Like, they're not covered in this because it literally is these three brands. It's Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and I guess Division comes into the Tom Clancy bracket. But is that part of this, or is it just Rainbow Six Siege?
That would be Ghost Recon as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know.
My guess it's gonna be just Rainbow Six for current right now. I would assume that they looked at like, what are the games? What games do Ubisoft have that make money right now? That is what we'll invest in, and all the other stuff is not on the table right now. I wouldn't be surprised if you see more stuff come over if something does well and it's like it needs a bigger budget, whatever the case may be. I think this is just to give Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six the budgets they would need to succeed without it being tied to the main company, would be my guess from outside looking in. I know absolutely nothing about what goes on behind closed doors and what they're doing and what their plans are.
I think my opinion of all this is very much, I'm happy to see Ubisoft still be Ubisoft. I mean, that's my big thing, right? Like, obviously, I'm a huge Ubisoft fan. I have been for many, many years. And anything that allows me to still see these huge franchises still exist and still be worked on is a good thing. This didn't come... Obviously, we don't know about layoffs or anything like that yet. And it's still very, very, very early when it comes to all of that sort of talk and the way things are going to go when it comes to that. So let's hold our breath and fingers crossed there isn't major layoffs and things like that. We've kind of already seen that happen with Ubisoft with a load of reshufflings the last few years. So you would hope that they had cut a lot of losses and things that they felt they needed to cut and reduce on leading up to this big move, because this doesn't happen overnight. You don't get an investment of 1 billion in a day. This was something that happened probably a year in talks, if not more. So yeah, I'm happy. I just, like you said, really interested to see what happens with Rainbow specifically. As someone who was a big fan of the Rainbow Six Vegas franchises, are we going to see more different Rainbow games come out? Assassin's Creed, I actually think, is in a very healthy position after Shadows. I don't know about sales wise, but they found the formula of the RPG games that I love and the older games that obviously people like Crush love as well. I believe they found a very good balance with that. And then Far Cry. I'm playing Far Cry the other day. I played Far Cry 5 for a sponsor stream for UB. I was like, man, I forgot how much I love Far Cry. Like, it's one of those franchises where, like, yeah, Far Cry 5 is awesome. And oh my God, it's 7 years old. It's like nuts. So yeah,
happy birthday.
I'm excited. Yeah, happy birthday indeed. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see how they can keep building on these legendary franchises that I absolutely adore. So yeah, good. Anything else to add, boys?
Where's Division 3?
Talk. I literally thought that. I said that on stream the other day. Like, Can you imagine? I can't wait for a new Division game.
Like, it's coming. We know it's coming. They put out that one teaser image like 2 months ago, and then it's been radio silence again since. Where's Division 3?
If they can get the Dark Zone actually working the way it needs to work and then not be just absolutely awful people that absolutely just ruin that game. Yeah. Man, the Division 3 could be awesome, man.
I think the problem is that's very like people dependent, and people are going to ruin it because
people suck
and ruin things for other people.
Yeah.
But we're going to go in and ruin them first, and it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I can't wait for a new Division, bro.
Yeah. You talk about a game that could get us all in. I think Division might be the one.
I don't think so.
You don't?
think me
You're not
and
going to
Drew
join
could
us?
Despawn.
Oh, no, I'm 100%.
Yeah, the both
I
of you
think
for
because
sure.
me and Drew and the community and da.
There's a,
I don't
will
know.
say,
Crash just
I
doesn't like
wouldn't
playing
knock out
games with me
Division.
anymore.
Yeah, he
I
hates us,
wouldn't
yeah.
knock away the possibility of Division, but for a game like that to hook me, it has to like really hook me because you have to remember like I'm not even playing Destiny anymore at this point. Like I've completely given up on it. I haven't
but
launched
it's
that game in
brand
forever.
new.
It's that new.
It's more
That
Division.
new.
You got to think about the
Is it gonna be
new.
or is it just gonna be new with a, or is it gonna be old with a patch new on it?
It's
That's-
new,
No, it's
and
gonna
it's
be
in
new.
London. It's new. That's new. You know.
If I can visit your house, Fix, I'm
I'll
gonna
let
get the
you just
game.
visit my house and play next to me. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, with Division right
But that
there
for the
you,
new.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got you. New. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I'm very, very excited for it. How long we been running? We got time for? Yeah, I'll give you. Do you know what? I'll even give you the Game Pass news this week, everybody. Look at me, I'm so nice. New stuff in Game Pass. We have got a few titles that you may care about. We have got April 3rd, which has already been. All You Need Is Help on standard. Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition is coming to cloud, Ultimate, and standard. Still Wakes the Deep goes into standard. Great game if you enjoy those type of games. Wargroove 2 also enters Game Pass standard, April 8th. We have got Diablo 3 Reapers of Soul entering Ultimate Edition. Oh, the Ultimate Edition, sorry. Going into standard. I hate having to say it's standard. South of Midnight going into PC and Ultimate. April 9th, Commandos Originals going into
Origins.
Ultimate PC. Sorry, Origins, thank you. Blueprints coming to Ultimate PC on April 10th. April 15th, you are getting Hunt Showdown 1896. Everyone loves that game. Huge. That's going to be big. I think that's going to be big for Game Pass on Ultimate and PC. And then we got some games that are leaving on April 15th, which is Botany. Am I saying that right? Botany Manor, Coral Island, Halibut. Yeah. Homestead Arcana. Thanks. Conan, Orcs and Must Die 3, Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Oh no, I haven't played it yet. And Turbo Golf Racing. So yeah, make sure you play some of those if you care about those titles.
Something back to South of Midnight for a second.
Go.
Is that releasing the same day that Diablo 3 Reapers of Souls? Oh no, it's Diablo 3. Never mind.
Diablo 3.
Old game.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Okay, it's old.
I was thinking, is that Diablo 4? But Diablo 4 is already on Game Pass.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Whole point completely gone.
No problem. You're good.
Yeah.
Despawn. Guess
Hi.
that game time.
Guess that game. I suppose you want to know the rules, right?
Sure.
Welcome to Guess That Game, the game show within our podcast where one of the hosts, this week being me, will pick a game and the rest of the crew will try and guess that game through yes or no questions. They have 90 seconds to do so. Fixer,
Yes.
what are the scores?
I'm sorry. If you see me looking around, I dropped my magnet off of my microphone that I need for tomorrow at the boot sale, and I
Okay.
can't find it. So I'm very panicky. Very
Okay.
panicky. But the scores look like this. Crash is currently sitting at 9 points. Matt is sitting on 1 point. We didn't update it from last week because we had no show notes. Despawn is currently sitting on 10 points. I have 8 points. And guest Ryan McCaffrey also sitting on 1 point.
Okay, I'm bringing up a timer. I have my game.
Okay.
Where are you? Stopwatch. There we go. So we are going to start with the one and only burgundy wearing Crash, not pink. And then Fixer. There's the timer. There it is. Look at it. See, look, there you go. All right. Ready, set, go.
OG Xbox generation.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is it based on an IP?
No.
Ubisoft game.
No.
EA game?
No.
Capcom.
No.
Is it single player?
Yes.
First party.
No.
It wasn't then,
No.
it is now.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Bethesda?
No.
A Blizzard game.
No.
Jesus. Is it a third-person game?
Yes.
Activision game?
No.
Jesus. Have I played it that you know of?
I think so.
Okay.
No, maybe not this one.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sport game?
No.
Is it a racing game?
No. Coming up on 20 seconds left.
RPG?
No.
Action game?
Yeah, there's action.
Wow.
5 seconds.
Pass.
Is it? Did they Xbox buy the studio in the last year or last 2 years?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so it's not. Okay, so it's not Activision and stuff, which we knew it wasn't Activision. But Jesus.
Not Activision,
okay.
not Blizzard, not Bethesda.
I'll let you both ask one more question each if you like.
Is it a studio they've bought recently?
No.
Since Bethesda? Okay.
No.
Okay, that clears up.
Actually,
some
let
stuff.
me double check that for you.
Huh. That's yeah. Okay. Interesting.
That still leaves me very confused.
Yeah. Well, especially no RPG. You know, what genre did we miss? Oh, we missed a genre like it weren't sport, weren't racing, weren't RPG, weren't an action. It was like an action game, but like it didn't seem to be like
Convinced.
It's
Yeah.
third person, right?
Yeah, third person. I can tell you that the studio was bought before Activision.
Activision. Okay. Before Activision, which implies after Bethesda.
wait, you said okay. I think I got it.
Let me double check that one.
I've got it. Shut up. Don't say nothing else.
No, he's double checking. Let him double check it. Let him double check it.
No,
Let him double
I've
check
got
it.
it. I've got it. Stop. I've got it. Okay.
Is that your question, Crash? You still got a question each, so.
I don't want my question. Pass.
Okay. Crash, do you want your question? And do you want to know if it was before or after Bethesda?
Yeah, I want to know if it was before or after Bethesda.
It was before.
Before Bethesda, okay.
So it was before both Activision and
I've got it.
Bethesda. Okay. Well, Fix, you say you've got it, so I will chuck it to Crash first.
Sure.
I'm going to just guess. I don't think it's this. Banjo-Kazooie or whatever. Whatever
right.
it's called.
Okay.
What? Yeah, I don't know what other studios they bought.
Despawn. It's an action game. It has a sequel.
It has a sequel.
It's Psychonauts.
It is Psychonauts.
That's a good guess. That's a good guess.
Let's go, baby.
Good one.
Completely
Yes.
slipped
Well done.
out them. I'm
Yep,
thinking
double
like,
fine.
yeah, okay. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
It
Bottom in
was-
2019.
Yes. Oh.
I
okay.
had a feeling I was wrong because I was like, Rare is way too old for Despawn to be like caught up in that, but I'm like, I can't think of it. Activision, Blizzard, Rare. That's where my mind is going.
I was going through like I'm going through like action games. I'm like, what action games does Xbox have?
Yeah.
Like, they have nothing. I'm like, it's the sequel. I'm like, wait, there's more. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, Woo, let's go, baby.
Nice.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Well done. For a bonus point,
Yes,
you want a bonus point, right?
I do.
I have a multiple choice question for you because I know we love them here. That's based on a piece of trivia about Psychonauts.
Oh God.
So, when Psychonauts 1 came out, it was originally going to be funded by Microsoft. They pulled the plug at the beginning and then they went multi-platform with it. Who originally offered to fund a sequel to Psychonauts? Here's your multiple choice, 4 options. We've got, was it Peter Molyneux? Was it Cliff Basinski? Was it Notch? Or was it Randy Pitchford?
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Who owns?
Go on, what are we going to ask? I can answer. I don't mind answering questions about.
No. I don't, because it gives away too much. Like if I go run through it, so I've just got to think about it.
I mean, I can tell you who each these people made what they're famous for.
So it's like, well, Randy's is 2K.
Well, Randy was like obviously Borderlands.
Well, but Gearbox. Sorry, Gearbox. Not 2K.
Yeah.
Gearbox. That would have been Gearbox publishing.
So starting at the beginning, you've got Peter Molyneux, Fable, who's famous for Lionhead Studios.
Yeah, Lionhead would have been the publisher. Okay.
Cliff Blazinski, who worked with Epic.
Would have been Epic Games.
Notch, who worked in Minecraft. And Randy Pitchford.
Yeah.
A Gearbox.
I guess.
Okay. You know your guess?
Process of elimination, there's only... I got my guess.
As you say, don't say anymore.
I'm going Randy.
Okay. You got Randy?
That seems like a Gearbox game. That seems like it could be a Gearbox game for some weird reason.
I'm going to go with Notch. I don't think any of the others...
Not
offering to publish it, offering to make it, right? That was the offer.
It's offered to fund it. Yeah.
Yeah, none of those guys, I think, have the bankroll to fund the game on their own. I'm going Notch.
That makes sense.
Answers logged in.
Yeah.
Looks like you both get a point this week. Fix, obviously, for getting the right game. You for getting the right person.
Okay. I thought they were like...
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that to you. Yeah, it was indeed Notch who offered to originally fund it. He didn't obviously go ahead with it in the end. Microsoft then bought the studio mid development, yeah.
Yeah.
Crash, that puts you up to 10 points. It puts you on level par with Despawn, with myself on 9, Matt on 1.
Don't worry, Despawn.
Speaking of Matt, by the way,
Hmm?
died. Early almost died in the hospital. Real talk, I heard he had like really bad food poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
That guy grew up so rich that his stomach couldn't handle whatever food that he had, that he got food poisoning. That's how rich he was. His butler used to eat a piece of food for him before he ate it, I'm telling you.
He got tired of getting bitten by snakes and them killing him. He was like, I'm going to eat the snake.
I'm going to eat the snake.
It was the wrong move. This particular snake was the wrong move.
Yeah, us poor folks know not to eat snakes.
Yeah.
We've known since day dot. No eat snakes. No eat snakes.
Don't eat snakes.
Let's jump into Fix a Sack. Remember, you can email in my Xbox and me podcast@gmail.com, or you can join our Discord, the MXAM Discord, which will be in the description below, with a link for you to join. First question comes in from a Wild Army Enters. It says, considering they show Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, and that's out in July, do you think there will be another Xbox title that launches earlier on Switch 2?
I don't think there will. I think this is the biggest, upcoming... Well, it's the first upcoming release from an Xbox studio, right? After the launch.
Yes.
So I think it just makes sense that this is... Unless they start, chuck Sea of Thieves on there. Although Sea of Thieves is already on Switch. Yeah. So no, I don't think there's anything new that's going to come in that month between it launching and this dropping.
I think if that was the case, Xbox would have been there front and center at the Switch 2 showcase, because they would have wanted, look at us, we're in partnership with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no. I don't think we'll see anything else sharp on the Switch 2 from Xbox in that launch window. No. Don't think so. Next question comes from Orange Cookie Man, who says, with Nintendo showcasing game share in a similar style to It Takes Two, only a single copy purchase for multiple people to play together, what might an Xbox Game Pass version look like? Hashtag Halo with the boys on the one copy.
Blank screen.
It would look like the Xbox One launch that we were originally going to get, right?
No, but he's asking Game Pass specifically. It's not like that. That's counterintuitive to Game Pass to allow somebody to do that.
Yes.
You could have this for an Xbox game. It's like, oh, you purchase it and you can play it with your friends. But a native Game Pass thing, I don't think this happens with any game on Game Pass. I think it would be tied to you owning the game, actually owning the game instead of the subscription service.
Yeah, the whole point of Game Pass is they keep it at a relatively decent price to get as many people to subscribe to it. Then you start giving away extras for free on that whole system falls apart. It doesn't make any business sense to give away any. Even right now, right? me and Haley share the Xbox downstairs. I switch over. I'm on her account, and I'm like, oh, just play. She wanted to play Avowed back then, didn't she? And it's like, oh, just play Avowed. It's like, oh, I don't have Game Pass. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. That doesn't transfer over.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just play Avowed because I have Avowed and I'm on the Xbox as well. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
At least in mine, it doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe I am game sharing with her brother though, so maybe I.
Oh no! Well then, yeah, you have to be the home.
If that was your
maybe
home
that's why.
system, you could. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, the only way I could see like a Game Pass specific version, which is I think they're kind of like toyed with. I don't know if they actually did it. I'm not in on Game Pass that much, and I know it's quite bad. But like a family sharing system.
Yeah.
Like a family
Yeah, I
account.
talked about that. I could see that being a case of like a family subscription. Yeah. I think that's the closest you'd get to something like this.
You can choose the 3 or 4 accounts you want to link and pay extra for it. That'd be the only way I could see him doing it as a Game Pass thing.
Great. And then last question this week, which is from Little Smitty saying, is anyone going to see the Minecraft movie in cinema or wait for it to go to streaming services? Can the amazingly almighty Jabbles carry the movie? Who's that? Or is it destined to be found at the bottom of an Amazon Prime for all of eternity?
I don't know who Jabbles is.
Almighty.
Oh,
Jabbles.
Jack Black, maybe.
Oh, yeah, sorry. No,
Yeah, use real names. Jabbles isn't a real name. Stop
please.
it.
No, I'm not going to go cinema to see it. I would have went to the premiere if I would have got invited. Sometimes Warner invite me to premieres, as you guys know. If I would have got invited, I would have went to that, but I didn't get invited. But no. I didn't even go see Captain America, so I'm definitely not going to go see this.
So, on my own, no. But if like my niece or nephews want to go, I might take them. But like, I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it myself. But there's that part of me of like, well, it's an Xbox IP. I want to like not support it, but I want to like have something to talk about on a podcast. Like, I saw
as bad as what people have. From what I'm seeing, it's not as bad as what people are making it out.
Yeah, I've heard it's a kind of like South of Midnight levels of quality, where it's like a 7.
I'm not going to a movie theater for a 7.
No, I don't leave the house. I don't leave the house for anything above a 9 or anything lower than a 9.
Yeah.
I went to the theater the other day. I don't know. I didn't tell you guys. I went to the theater and then went to a Korean barbecue. Then went to a theater. Korean barbecue.
Who's rich?
Wagyu beef. Oh my god, it was amazing. But I went and saw the Book of Mormon, which is written by Trey and
Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Matt Stone and Trey from who makes South Park. Mm-hmm. It was really good.
Yeah, it's been going for years, hasn't it? So yeah.
Yeah. I would
raking it in.
Why is the theater so expensive? Oh my god, so expensive. Like
rich people, baby.
Stupidly expensive. Yeah, you're not, bro. I look around.
They have lotteries for theater over there.
Yeah, probably. I just don't do them.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm just, bro. I want to sit where I want to sit on the aisle seat. Blah blah blah. I have to pay for the luxury. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I got bad knees. I need to be stretching my legs out when I want to. I'm the same on the plane. Like I get it. I'm a big boy. I gotta pay for those luxuries. In those theaters in London, Crash, they're old as well.
Mm-hmm.
You with your knees would be touching.
I watched what was it? The Harry Potter play at a theater like that. It was not a great experience, but I was lucky enough to have an aisle seat, so it wasn't like the worst thing.
Yeah,
you pop a knee out every now and again. Yeah,
that's literally. Oh, I'm there fully. I'm like 2 legs out, stretching everything.
Yeah, it's like my legs come in when I see somebody like walking by or something.
Like, my problem.
There's a potential where it's like, I'll buy the seat in front just so I can put my feet out.
No, that's
Matt P moves. That's
Matt P moves.
Yeah, that's Matt P.
Actually, no, Matt P's buying the whole 2 rows.
Yeah, Matt's buying the rows. Yeah. Matt's hiring out the entire cinema and just like, just me in the middle.
One show just for me.
Put on a show for me, please.
Yes, dance for me, Jack Black. Dance for me.
That would be crazy. Let's plug and get ourselves out of here, boys. Crash, we'll start with you. We're good to plug this week.
You guys know what I'm gonna plug. Podcast reviews. OnlyFans. The MXAM OnlyFans is starting relatively. Get exclusive content from me and the boys there. Real soon.
Exclusive.
Let's see. Do we have any brand new? We have a brand new review. Tuesday.
Oh.
Okay.
The title. MXAM is maximum Entertainment. 5 stars.
Oh,
It's just Sam is the person who reviewed this. Strong-headed hosts provide lighthearted banter for simple moments of levity and hilarity. Their dissimilarities in gaming sentiments lend to discussions that will entertain any video game. Aesthete? I don't know that word. I've never seen that word before. That just shows you I'm pretty dumb. We're pretty dumb here. That's
a fact.
I mean, we don't come here for an enlightened conversation.
No.
Let's go. First 100 reviews. USA. I feel like he just wrote USA. I felt the energy, so I delivered the energy.
I'm gonna say, is that the 100th review?
Yes, that is the 100th review over
wow.
here.
That's
UK?
crazy.
What the hell, man? We're 97 on the UK.
I was gonna say we're not at 100 in the UK. Hey Sam, thank you very much for listening to the show, enjoying the show. I say it every time. Anytime we get a review and it feels real, I'm like, Jesus, why does anyone listen to this show? Yeah. I know we've been doing it for a long time now. Krish, I went back and looked. Like, I don't know the exact episode you came on, but it was early, bro.
Yeah, it was some time ago at this point. Was it the hundreds?
Bro, I went back and clicked one randomly, and it was like 130 something, and you were on. I'm like, there's no way he's been doing it that long.
Crazy. I definitely wasn't like full time back then, but
but you came on when I needed you and stuff like that. But like,
I wouldn't have guessed it was that early.
That's how he gets us, Crash. That's how he gets us. He invites us on for an episode. And it's like, you can't leave. You can't leave.
He confuses us.
He's not even meant to be on the show. He's meant to be in the background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, I'm now doing it all.
Yeah, he does it literally everything. By the way, make sure this is up on time. All right, make sure it's up on time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
UK, where you at, man? That's all I'm going to say is where you at. We need reviews, podcast reviews, make it happen. You've just let America save us in the war again. That's what they said. That's what they said. I didn't say it. That's what they said. Mm-hmm. Is that what you want to happen? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you, UK and Ireland. Help us out. These, what you got to plug?
The YouTube, where this episode will be up on time, so I don't get a beating.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Go check it out. Currently, my Xbox and me still on YouTube, but that will be changing, I'm assuming, at some point soon. Maybe.
Look, that's just a whole. At the moment, the at my Xbox and me is all we have. They don't have MXAM. Someone else has got the at MXAM, so there's nothing we can really do about that currently. But as soon as we can change it, we will. But yeah. Keep supporting. Big thank you to everyone who's been commenting, liking, and all the shorts. As you may have seen, we've been putting up new shorts, which are doing all right. You know, some are doing okay, better than others, but that's okay, kind of expected. We've seen a little bit of growth from subscribers from that. So if you've come in from that, thank you very much. Welcome in. Appreciate your support. And yeah, it's been fun, man. It's been fun. It's been good. We put out a lot of new content lately. Obviously, you had Despawn's review of Karma went up. We've had Matt on episode 508, obviously about GDC. Preview content, reviews. We did the Switch content, which was big for us because we're super happy we're finally able to talk about Nintendo on the platform, which is huge. So yeah, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. And yeah, man, keep enjoying my Xbox and Me podcast. Here is one for you, and I need an honest opinion on the Discord, whatever. If we rebranded My Xbox and Me to MXAM Podcast, what do people think of that? I don't know how I feel. I generally don't know how to feel about it, but I think it's a conversation that should be had amongst the community. So let us know in the Discord your thoughts and things like that. And yeah, man, we'll keep it moving, and we will see you all next time. Love you, Lever. Good boy.